Shalom, my brothers and sisters. May Yahweh continue to bless you. I would like to open this up with a prayer. Anaya Yahweh Alaha Yaka Kwadawasha Yesharallah Mawasha Ya'aka. I am Yahweh, your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. Kaha amaraya hawa shaka wayatis raka mabatana yatsaraka alata yara abadaya yakaba. Thus say Yahweh that made thee and formed you from the womb, which will help you. Fear not, O Jacob, my servants. Blessed be the name of Yahweh, who is God, our ever-loving Father who has anointed us with his covering. I would like to start off with this by saying the 12 tribes of Israel will return home by the word of Yahweh. The knowledge of Yahweh is perfect, and those that seek him to know this perfect, true knowledge will become perfect. Psalm 19, verse 7, the Torah of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The slaves brought from Africa to America on ships and sold to their enemies for bondmen and bondwomen will find no ease in the land of their captivity. It is stated in Deuteronomy chapter 28, starting at verse 64. Among these nations you shall find no ease. Verse 48, therefore shall you serve your enemies, which Yahweh shall send against you in hunger and thirst, and in dark and nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon your neck until he has destroyed you. It says also in verse 43 of Deuteronomy chapter 28, the stranger that is within you shall get up over you very high, and you shall come down very low. And you can see what they're giving to the strangers that have now entered into the country. As saying verse 66 of Deuteronomy chapter 28, and your life shall hang in doubt before you, and you shall fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of your life. So it is important to understand that, as it says in Jeremiah, as they have invited all the strangers, my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds around her or against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. That's Jeremiah 12, verse 9. And this is what is taking place. All has come, all has been taught against us, but we have to know that only by Yahweh we will be able to survive. It is time that the tribes of Israel know their position in the land of their captivity. Hosea 8, verse 8, Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the nation Gentile as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. They feel that they don't need us. And that's not true, but that's something they'll learn. It said, Hosea 13, verse 9, Israel, you have destroyed yourselves, but in me is your help. That's Psalm 125, verse 8. Our help is in the name of Yahweh who made heaven and earth. Proverbs 18, verse 10. The name of Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and safe. As it said, the righteous, as it says in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25, and it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before Yahweh our God as he has commanded us. So it's in the righteousness that is our salvation. It says, as it says in Ezekiel 14:20, though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they shall deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, said Yahweh our God. So righteousness is your deliverance. And it says, it goes on in Isaiah 44, verse 21, Yahweh said to Israel, Israel, you shall not be forgotten of me. we, the 12 tribes, we going home. How are we going home? Deuteronomy chapter 30 says, if any of you be driven out onto the up parts of the heaven, from there will Yahweh your God, will he fetch you, and Yahweh your God will bring you into the land which your fathers possessed, and you shall possess it, and he will do you good and multiply you above your fathers. Yahweh is telling you that you don't have to worry about getting home. Isaiah 43, verse 5 to 6. Fear not, for I am with you. I will bring your seed from the east and gather you from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from afar and my daughters from the ends of the earth. So Yahweh is telling you, we will go back home. Jeremiah 31, verse 10. Hear the words of Yahweh, you nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, he that scattered Israel will gather him and keep him as the shepherd do his flock. So the nations scattered us, the nation's going to gather us, because this is decreed by Yahweh. Therefore, behold, the day cometh, said Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh lived that brought up the sons of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh that brought up the sons of Yasharallah from the land of the north, and from all lands where he has driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. So we have the Yah's word that he will gather us. That's Jeremiah 16, 14 to 15, Jeremiah 16 to 9. The nations or Gentiles shall come unto you from the ends of the earth. They shall all come and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. When Yahweh begins to afflict them, they're going to humble themselves. All nations, all people will come and bow at your feet. It says Isaiah 49, 22, verse 23. Thus said Yahweh, God, behold, I will lift up my hand to the nations and set up my standards to the people, and they shall bring your sons in their arms, and your daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders, and kings shall be your nursing fathers, and their queens their nursing mothers. They shall bow down to you with their face towards the earth and lick up the dust of your feet, and you shall know that I am Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. So blessed be the name of Yahweh. Yahweh is telling us that we will go home. And he goes on to Jeremiah 32, verse 37. Behold, I will gather them out from all countries where I have driven them in my anger and in my fury and in great wrath. And I will bring them again unto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely. Jeremiah 23, verse 42, starting, it said, for thus said Yahweh, like as I have brought all these great evils upon this people, so will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them. And fields shall be brought in the land whereof ye say, it is desolate, without men or beasts. It is given into the hands of the Chaldeans. Men shall buy fields for money and subscribe evidence and seal them and take witness in the land of Benjamin and in the place about Jerusalem and in the cities of Judah and in the cities of the mountains and in the cities of the valleys and in the cities of the south, for I will cause their captivity to return, said Yahweh. So these things Yahweh has said to us that we can be sure will definitely materialize. And we have to realize that we live on the words of Yahweh God. These things are very important that we know for our survival. It says the future of the tribes of Israel is written in Torah and prophecy. It's our comfort and direction by the words of Yahweh our God. So we are being directed by the prophecy that is written. Yahweh is telling us exactly what is going to happen. We know that those that have afflicted us, you know what I'm saying? You know, the words of Yahweh our God that's written in Torah and prophecy is our guide. That guides us. That's why we read the Torah. We are to adhere to the words of comfort because Yahweh will deliver everything that he has said out of his mouth. He will definitely help us in every way. And we should lift up our prayers and call on his name and do that which is accepted, even in this land. He has told us where we're going to do. He said, what the 12 tribes of Israel will return home by the words of Yahweh. This is beautiful with all that is about us, that all they have done and continuously do to us, we will survive this. It is time that the tribes of Israel know their position in the land of their captivity. In other words, you're swallowed up. They don't want nothing to do with you no more. You understand? But you have to understand your help is in the name of Yahweh and to keep his commandments and righteousness and obedience. This will bring you back. And as Yahweh said, Israel, you shall not be forgotten of me. So all of these substantiates that we're on our way back here. And as Yahweh said, fear not, for I am with you. I will bring your seed from the east and gather you from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth. And Yahweh will tell you, they divided us. They're going to search us out and bring us back home. So he wants to substantiate and encourage you. Just keep the commandments, my beloved brothers, my beloved sisters. Just keep those commandments. And the Ruach Yah, this is your future. The future of the tribes of Israel is written in Torah and prophecy. It is our comfort and direction by the words of Yahweh, our God. He's not going to, he told you, he said, Israel, I will not forget you. I will not forget you, Israel. So let us rejoice and truly rejoice that Yahweh's word is a precious word. Yahweh Shema Yahweh Ma baraka ma'ataha wa'ata wa'alama. Blessed be the name of Yahweh from this time forth and forevermore. Ya Zakawara'ata Yawama Hashabata Akwada Shawa. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Allah Barakaba wa Allah Baza waza yama wa nakhana wa Bashma ya Hawaha Allah ya Nawa Nazaka Yaba. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of Yahweh our God. How beautiful. And so we lift up our prayer. Ayanaka Yahweh Lahayanawa. Ayanaka Yahweh Adawa Na Yanawa. Ayanaka Yahweh Malaka Nawa. Ayanaka Yahweh Mawasha Yatnawa. There's none like Yahweh our God. There's none like Yahweh our Lord. There's none like Yahweh our King. There's none like Yahweh our Savior. So I say thank you with all praise to Yahweh God that he has given us to know a knowledge that as he says, Kala Kala Ya Yawatiswa La Yaka Ba'a Yatislaha. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. May Yahweh bless you. Yatisra Samawaka the Tisra. Shalawama Shalom Kaya Baka Atabaka Batakawa Baya Hawaha Ataya Kaya Bayaha Yahawaha Tiswara Walayama. He will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you, trusts in Yahweh forever, for in Yahweh is everlasting strength. Orawaka Tahababaka. Wabarakatahabataka. Blessed shall you be when you cometh in, and blessed shall you be when you goeth out. May Yahweh bless you. May your days be sweet, and may your dreams be enlightened to knowing that Yahweh God is with you in all that you set your hand to do. Call upon him, my brothers and sisters. Call his names continuously, and let it be known. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, neither shall the flames be kindled upon you. So may the days be sweet to you, and may you remember the name of your God to call upon him all the days of your life. Shalom, my beloved, who has been anointed by the covenant. And I shall make a new covenant with the house of Israel, not after the old covenant they broke. I will what? Put my Torah in their inner parts and write it upon their hearts and be their God. Shalom, my brothers and sisters. May Yahweh continue to bless you in every way. Amen.